Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Underrail. Why did I say it that way? In the last episode, we did some more exploring of various areas around the GMS Outpost, carefully avoiding areas that I know will be too difficult for us at this moment in the game. We leveled up, we're almost level 7 actually, which is amazing for oddity mode, and we've also finished the GMS compound. We arrived there, and Gorski told us that he wanted us to find a key which would unlock this sealed door, which is no longer, which they're able to access because the GMS compound had belonged to a rival station at one point. A war between both Southgate Station and Omega ended with Omega's defeat. We found that GMS keycard behind various rat-hound-infested rooms, guarded by bots in hallways, and we defeated a group of bandits which had assaulted another group of people who had been living in the GMS compound. We defeated all the bandits, rescued those people, acquired the card, brought it back to Gorski, and upon opening up that vault, Gorski immediately ordered it sealed again, having seen burrower eggs behind that door. Burrowers are an extremely difficult enemy to fight this early on in the game. They won't be for too much longer once we defeat Depot A, because we'll have access to a shield. But until we can get a shield, I myself am terrified of fighting burrowers. They will be a real nightmare for us. In any case, we came back here and told Tanner that we got the job done. He told us now to go and find a armadillo drill rotator circuit board. Yes! I remember what it was called. And that we can probably find one in JunkYARD, or he hopes we can. He gave us 250 charons. And as long as we bring it back, we can keep whatever charons we have left over. Maybe someone there will sell it. Maybe we can get it from JunkYARD in a different fashion. He doesn't care. As long as we get it, we get to keep the 250. So, before we head over there, he also told us we should go talk to Vera up here in the administration floor. So we're here to do so. She apparently has something for us to bring to the United Stations. I really like how this came out, by the way, this introduction part. Give me a second. Alright, I wanted to save that. Actually, I'm going to save that. There's no reason to save the game. You won't believe how many times when I do a video, everyone, it takes me to do a proper introduction to it. There's normally at least 3 takes to every intro that I do. Sometimes up to 20. It can take me like 30 or 40 minutes to do it. It's so bad. Alright, I'm babbling. Hello, Vera. You met Vera previously during your testing period. She is one of the counselors here at Southgate Station. Good to see you found your way to my office, Decker. How do you like your new home so far? It's been fine so far. Very good. So, what can I do for you? Tanner mentioned you had some documents. Oh, Tanner mentioned you need some documents delivered to an embassy in JunkYARD. That's right. If you're heading that way, you can deliver them for me. Sure, I'm going there right now. Great. Here are the documents. I'll let them know you're coming. Have a safe journey, and send my regards to the ambassador. Before I go, Vera, what is the United Stations? Oh, the United Stations, also called Union by some, is a confederacy of stations in North and Central Underrail. It's an attempt to unify the entirety of Underrail so that we could all work together towards a better future for the human race. Similar to our station, the Union is ruled by a Council of 5. Most stations of the Union have some degree of autonomy as well. The United Stations are constantly expanding, while no stations here in South are yet to become part of it. Something like that will surely happen in the near future. What can you... actually, tell me more about the Protectorate. The Unreal Protectorate is a military organization that protects the Underrail stations from external and internal threats. It predates the Union itself, and it also played a crucial role in its creation. The Protectorate is under the command of General Malik, who is widely considered to be the most powerful man in Underrail. He holds a special place on the United Stations Council of 5, and some also believe him to be de facto ruler of it. Are there plans for Southgate Stations to join the United Stations at some point? Our citizens and our counselors are divided on that matter. We currently have good trading relations with the Union, and I personally think it would be a good idea to be among the first to join it here in the South. We are arguably the most powerful faction in these parts, so we could position ourselves advantageously in their organization, and also retain a high degree of independence. This would also ensure we avoid any potential military conflict in the future, should the Protectorate decide to move against some of the less civilized communities in the neighborhood. But as I said, not everyone agrees with me here. You must understand that many of our current citizens come from organizations that have, for various reasons, been Protectorate's targets in the past, so they are not very keen on being buddies with their old enemies. I think we should probably pretend that Decker was maybe one of those people. Right? In Invisible Inc., the organization that your agents worked for, you were actually targeting big important companies and stealing their secrets or robbing them of their technology. And eventually, they found out where you were and attacked you to eliminate you as a threat. I think there might have been another reason for it, but I don't want to ruin Invisible Inc. in case you've never played that game. It's a phenomenal sneaking stealth game. I don't know if sneaking stealth is a proper term for it, but it's a phenomenal game. In any case, it would make sense that maybe Decker would have been one of these people who worked against the Protector's interests at some point. But let me ask you, what's your opinion of the matter? Would you like to see your station become a member of the United Stations? So, I don't know if this is an accurate statement. I don't think this is an accurate statement for me, given what I just said, so we'll say number 2. I'm not sure. I'm reserving judgment until I learn more about all this. You're a wise man. I hope that, like me, your future dealings with the United Stations will encourage you to support their efforts. Alright, Var, see you later. Now, I think there used to be a bug, and I think it's been fixed, unfortunately. First off, can we pick her pocket? We can at least see what she has. Oh, ooh, she has 63 Charions. We'll take them. And the bug, if I remember it, is that I think if you left the zone and came back, Vera would have her suspicion reset, and she would have 63 Charons on her again. So you can constantly pick her pocket. But I think it's been fixed, and that is no longer the case. Let's see if it's been fixed. I'm pretty sure it has been, or I'm pretty sure I'm not remembering exactly what the bug was. We won't, if it's not fixed, we're not going to steal the Charons again. So it's funny, right? A few episodes ago, oh, and speaking of which, a few episodes ago, I just uploaded episode 2. So thank you all again. I am incredibly grateful for all of you being so kind when it comes to the videos on my channel, and this series in particular that you guys really like watching. Thank you for being kind to the videos that I'm uploading. A few episodes ago, I talked about the cheat engine, and how I fully intend to use it during this playlist, if nothing else to show anyone who would rather the merchants in the game work a little differently, how that can work. But I actually don't want to cheat in the games I play. Even though I will be using the cheat engine to do exactly that. There's a... Okay, yep, she doesn't have them again. I don't mind using a cheat engine, or I guess what would be something similar to it, like a mod, if it how do I describe it? If I could do exactly the same thing in the game, and the cheat engine just accelerates the time in which things can occur, I don't have a problem using a cheat engine to do it. For example, the game Dungeon Keeper. I think you can set your clock on your own computer to make it look like it's a full moon, if you know exactly when the full moon will be out. And when the full moon is out, special secret levels are available in that game. I think there's a special level which is available at Halloween as well. Or, oh, here's an example. Sword of the Stars, the Pit. Around Thanksgiving time and Christmas, special monsters spawn in the game. These monsters drop a lot of loot for you, or can. And Well, I don't mind using the cheat engine to just make it, especially if I'm only recording or playing that game around Thanksgiving, or I really want what that creature drops, which is in the game normally. So I'll just use a cheat engine to make that, like, not make the monster appear, but just make it think it's the proper date. I don't mind doing that because it's not like giving myself treasure just out of the blue. I actually have to still kill the thing and so on. And they're tough the little deeper down you go in that game. So I don't really view it as cheating. It's just, it's doing, like, I just have to, if I wanted the same experience, I would just have to wait to a certain time of the year to play the game. So, but when it comes to actually cheating, like finding an exploit that would give me infinite experience points, or maybe finding some way to give me infinite money or something of the sort, I don't like doing it, and I don't think I've ever done it, well, except for Aeodor Genesis. There's been no other game that I've done that for on my channel. Listen, Decker, don't you start thinking you're some kind of tough guy after flicking a couple of switches in some old bloody outposts. Just to let you know. I wanted to investigate that infested vault in GMS. Yeah, I know. Quentin called and raved about his experiments for a full 10 minutes before I could ask him what he bloody wanted. It's your worthless hide. But if tomorrow I wake up in a station full of freaking burrow spawns, it's you I'm going to kill first. He hands you the key card back. You can also pick it from his pocket, by the way. He does have it. And then if you ask him for it, he says, yeah, like, I'd give you the card, but I have no freaking clue what happened to it. Now, a heads up that, I guess a little spoilery here. If you don't remember to go and ask him for that key card, and you beat Depot A and come back and tell Tanner about it, events transpire to move the story forward, and you will be unable to get that key card until you meet with Gorski later on instead. It's not too much work to get to him later on, if you know exactly where he is and what you do. But you'll have to do that if you want that key card. And I think you still have to, I think if you didn't tell Quentin about it, I don't think you actually can get the key card if you didn't tell Quentin about it before Depot A occurs, I think. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm not sure. Alright, anyway, so let's go to the cave tunnel exit and docks. Look at my character really quick with my skills. 50. I still don't think that's good enough to get the dagger from Sevna, but we will take a quick peek. We're always in the mood, well, we're not always in the mood for a new dagger, but she has it at the moment, and we don't have a power fist or a combat glove to replace what we currently are using. And it's decent enough that I wouldn't mind having it. Nope, still can't take it from her. We can take the lockpick, but I have no desire to do that. The dagger is a level 10 dagger. That would be very nice to get it. We can't get any, oh, okay, so hold on. So we can get the lithium cell, we can get the bullet. So that's telling us that our pickpocketing is getting within the threshold to take that dagger from her, but we're not good enough to do it yet. By the way, you will have noticed, like, for several episodes, especially with the guards here at Southgate Station, I picked their pockets, I saw they had bullets, and I didn't take them. This is one of those instances where, don't do what I do. They'll never come under attack. There's no reason why you shouldn't take those bullets and sell them. Absolutely no reason whatsoever if you're able to do it, and you have pickpocketing. Do it. There's no reason not to. But I don't, because I feel just a little guilty about leaving them without any ammo in case the station would have come under attack. It's not going to. But I still feel so guilty about it. In all these games I play, it's so silly. In all the games, this reminds me, by the way, I'm about to walk out here. Hold on. I'll come back to talk about the topic I was about to talk about, but one thing really quick first. I did do some stuff off screen. It was just selling some stuff, but I did come out here to check with old Jonas because he occasionally sells belts, and I was interested in a trapper's belt. But he was selling a bullet strap belt, which I absolutely wanted as someone who uses pistols. So this is granting us an extra utility slot, so now we have 3. It increases our intimidation, which we don't care about because we're not using intimidate whatsoever, and it's not in this build. Maybe it should have been in this build, now that I stop to think about it, because intimidating shout... Okay, I'm babbling. Let's go back to the belt. It also allows us to reload our pistol, reducing the cost of doing so by 75%. Normally, if I want to reload, it takes 15 action points to do so. With the belt equipped, I'll show you once we're able to enter combat again. It goes down to 4. That's amazing. That can be a shot with the 7.62 millimeter pistol. If our dex was, I think, a little lower. And so it's an amazing belt. I don't think we'll be equipping any other belts on Decker. We're not taking throwing with him anyway. Oh, hold on. I'm getting distracted. So let's go back to talking about the first thing I was talking about. And what was that thing, Tim? Do you remember what that thing was? Uh-oh. So I'm in my like late 40s, everyone. So I have senior moments on occasion. I'll be right back. I actually don't remember what I was talking about just before I got distracted by the belt. Was it pickpocketing? I'll be right back. We were talking about this. Okay, I had to go watch the video. We were talking about the silly thing that I always do with all these games I play. So, it's a video game. The type of character you play is completely up to you, right? And this is like especially true if it's not a multiplayer game, because anything you do doesn't affect anyone else. And so, so I could play Decker like actual Decker in the game. Decker was kind of part of my language. We're gonna curse very briefly. But he was kind of an asshole. So we could play him that way. But I'm probably not gonna. Because I never play... I can't play characters as jerks. I have such a hard time doing it. I don't like reading the responses that happen in game when I do those sorts of things. And I just feel too guilty. I don't understand why. It's not like after I'm done playing the game, Stig gets a report card of all the mean things I said to other people, and he's like, I don't know, Tim. I don't know if you should be allowed to play this game in the future because you picked everyone's pocket, including the bullets, which they might have needed to defend the Underrail. No one cares. No one cares. And it's a role-playing game anyway. So if I want to play a jerk, it's perfectly fine to do so. But I don't. I just don't. I can't. It's like Planescape Torment. I really wanted to play... I want to play through the game again and play an evil, the Nameless One. But I know I'm not going to be able to do it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. Especially not in Planescape Torment. Oh my god. If you've never played Planescape Torment, I don't want to ruin it. It is an amazing role-playing game. The dialogue in that game is incredible. It's kind of a shame there's combat in it. The combat's okay. It's Fallout combat. It's not very good, but it's there. By Fallout combat, I mean the AI is Fallout AI. Like everything targets one person or one thing. They go towards it. They try to kill it. And your companions... Actually, but I'm sorry, you have more control over it because you actually can control what your companions are doing. Sorry, combat started. Most of the experience you get in that game, though, doesn't come from killing things. It comes from talking to people, which is really amazing. Because it encourages you to build a completely different type of character. It'd be a little like, actually, or maybe a lot like Disco Elysium in that regard, right? Disco Elysium it had, what, 2 fights in it? Actually, it might have had more fights. Yeah, it might have had more fights than that, but I think I only encountered 2 of them. And those fights didn't use a real-time combat technique. It was still based on your stats and dice rolls and stuff like that. But the combat is second edition Dungeons and Dragons, and it's kind of a shame in a way. On one hand, I don't mind the combat so much. I like it. It makes it so that the game's big conversations get broken up with some amount of combat in between. And I like the pacing. I think they did the pacing of the combat versus talking rather well in that game. However, combat is not its strong point. Like, unlike Underrail, where combat is amazing. And the writing isn't bad either for Underrail. But in Planescape, you're there for the dialogue between all the characters. And you want all the background for all the characters in Underrail. You want to know everything about these people. You want to talk to every single stranger. You want to visit all the shops, and you want to buy all the special looking foods and eat all the special foods so that you get to figure out more about the world. It's an amazing world building campaign setting because it takes place in the Outer Realms, right? And it's in a city which at the time was very rare for a game to be entirely set, or in the case of Planescape, almost entirely set within a single city. Now, hold on. We're going to talk about something else really quick. This! The last time I was in this area, I'll never forget with Gabriel how I missed 5 95% chances to hit in a row. Which was super frustrating to miss that many. Okay, so we better be able to kill one of these. Tim, how much does it give around the corner? Alright, I need 10 action points to do that. I have no flares? I have 4 flares. We're going to throw a flare here to make it a little easier to hit them. I have 5 action points left. That won't be enough to get around the corner, and I need to get around that corner. Let me reload, and that will do. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. We're safe. I just realized once I click that button, I realized that I might not have the action points to get the cover. We're fine now. This thing doesn't have psionic synergy any longer. We killed its friend. Nah, I don't think so. I'm dying. Now, we did fire the gun, and I'm aware that there are rat hounds over there, so let's stay over here for a tiny bit. How's our pistol? No, we don't repair the dagger. We'll be getting a better one soon. I think we can sell these at JunkYARD. Hello. There's a trap door here, but we can't make it. We can't crawl through the crevice or the crevasse, but we do see a way to enter this area from a different screen on this side. We'll have to investigate that later. Now, because we have a high perception today, I think we can see this secret. There we go. That gets us some mushrooms. I think we passed some rubble. Yes, we did. We don't want to pass that rubble because it's got a trilobite fossil in it, which means we have leveled up. All right, let's go ahead and look at my character build. Okay, so let's do it. This one's going to be another easy one because I think everything is getting 5 points in it. Oh, almost everything is getting 5 points in it. All the standard stuff is, but now our crafting. Last episode, we were able to find some mutated dog leather armor. That is incredible, because it's hard to get that so early in the game, and generally, you need tailoring in order, well, you want a high level, so, You want whatever you want, viewer. So, I apologize. Do not let me tell you what you need to do in Underrail. Any build, assuming that you focus on your skills, and you don't do what I would consider to be incredibly dumb things, like having a strength rank strength character try using a sledgehammer, for example, you can probably get through what the game throws at you. You might struggle a bit. You might have to delete your first one to third character if you spread your points too thin or taken too many non-combat feats. But you should be able to do what you want in the game. It is very useful, though, to have armor which is resistant to acid when you get into Depot A and after you're done clearing the first room in Depot A. Because the rest of it, well, actually, that's not true either. There's 6 total rooms, might be 7, in Depot A, and 3 of them have acid damaging dealing enemies. Might be 4 rooms, actually. No, I think it's 3. These creatures are very difficult, and acid does a lot of damage. And the game, we'll talk more about it. We'll talk more about it then. In any case, you can get or create acid-resistant armor either with the skins of siphoners or by the leathers of mutated dogs. Mutated dogs are in Depot A, so if you want their leather, their skin, you gotta kill them, and that means maybe not wearing acid-resistant armor to do that. Siphoners, I don't think... Siphoners aren't in Depot A, they're outside of it, but Siphoners are very difficult at low levels to kill. They can, especially if you fight 2 of them, they can easily kill you. You gotta be really careful fighting Siphoners. They're tricky, they're sneaky, they're slimy, and they suck all the blood out of you. If you want mutated dog leather armor, then you need, I think is it biology or chemistry to work with their leather? I can't remember, but you need a little bit of one of those things to work with their leather. You don't need it for siphoner leather, you just need tailoring. Which is why you heard me mention killing siphoners, and I didn't even mention the mutated dogs, because I had no intention of taking chemistry. That may change now, though, depending upon if I want to make those incinerate bullets or not later on. In any case, because we found some mutated dog leather armor, I no longer feel compelled to level tailoring any longer at this low level. We haven't wasted these points. Oh, have we? I will be taking tailoring. It's going to be mechanics, electronics, and tailoring will all be the skills that reach like level 100 or 110. Because I want to make better guns. I intend to make myself some combat gloves. And mechanics can also be used to help you with making repair kits. So I am taking way too long describing this. I just realized, let's put the 5 points of mechanics, and that will do. How about that? And we should talk about things as I'm doing other things. So, yes. So mechanics will help us because we'll make better guns with it. We'll be able to make metal combat gloves with it. If I'm interested in using them, we can make repair kits with it. We'll also arguably be able to make other guns besides, I said guns, but I meant pistols, but also we can make any types of guns with it. We'll actually be able to turn quite a profit with crafting. And I think crafting is totally worth it on dominating as well. In fact, I can't imagine playing the game on a hard difficulty without... Oh my god, we missed twice, but that other shot, whew! 1 hit point left in that dog. Oh, that's an alpha. And it's got a friend. Okay, so... I think the alpha is what I missed like 5 times in a row. Not today. We at least hit you. Alright, let's shoot once and run away. Hey, nice! They got confused or something, or one stopped the other from reaching me, so we can just carve up this friend. Oh, that was 2 hits. That was the other rat hound. Wonder where the original one went. Alright, let's reload. See where they come from. Come on. There you are. Oh, there's your friend. Alright, so we will kill that one so we don't take any hits. And let's shoot once. It still shouldn't reach me here. Okay, so aim shot's ready. I still don't want to get swung at, so let's move away. Okay, time to kill it. Alright, not bad. Get some intestines. Oh, we got plenty of carry capacity. We'll even take the garbage stuff. We're right near town. Or junkyard? Junkyard? Yeah, junkyard. It's junkyard, Tim. I keep wanting to call junkyard Junktown whenever I'm in it or around it. No, it's junkyard. And I forgot what I was talking about earlier as well now. Oh, guns, selling, money. You get, as I mentioned before, I think, you get a lot less money. Well, not a lot less money, but you get less money on hard for selling things, and you get a lot less money on dominating for selling things. And so I can't imagine playing dominating difficulty without mercantile, and probably without at least, like, some technologies to help you out there. I suppose he's been watching some of my videos. Knife Gaff, if you watch this episode, would you, like, is it possible to do dominating without mercantile and technology? I mean, I guess it's possible. I guess it's a matter of how much loot do you want to constantly be bringing back to sell, like, everything to all the merchants on dominating mode. Knife Gaff, in case I haven't mentioned it, he's another YouTuber who is playing this game, and he's been recently trying to play through the game on... he's beaten the game on dominating, I think, at least twice. And he's trying to play through dominating now on using an Iron Man mode, which amazing. That's beyond me. I would never make the attempt. I wouldn't... Never. I don't see that ever working for me. I would never get through Deep Away and dominating without dying at least like 15 million times. Dominating requires a whole lot of extra thought and character builds that require some more thought than the ones I create. A little more min-maxing in it. You don't have to do it 100% from what I've seen, but I haven't played on dominating, so I couldn't tell you if it's required or not. Anyway, let's go back to JunkYARD. The man waves you away with his left hand, displaying that two of his fingers, his pinky and his ring finger, are not attached anymore.
Sorry, Jack. There ain't no room here if you come to fish.
What are you fishing for?
Why, eels, of course. They are delicious. And if I catch more than I need, I can always sell the rest to Kareem's Bar. They got real sandwiches there. They make them really pretty good. So leave me to my fishing.
What happened to your fingers?
Ran out of fishing bait.
You stare at each other in silence. He is the first to break it.
Nah, savaging accident. I was at one of them BioCorp facilities when a security bot shot me. Blew off these two fingers of mine. Nothing else.
Oh, man. At least it wasn't your head.
Nope.
What is this place?
Haven't been here before, huh? The place is called JunkYARD. It ain't your typical station or nothing like that. Like Southgate or Rail Crossing. Nothing like that. We ain't got no laws. We ain't got no militia. So tread carefully and try not to step on any toes. Especially those of black eels or scrappers. They are the two biggest gangs. And between them, they control most of the JunkYARD. You mess with them, you end up in one of them scrap compactors. Yup.
Thanks for the tip. Got any more advice? He shrugs.
Let people fish in peace.
Alright, man. I'll do that. Take care. Yep.
Bye.
However, we'll let you fish in peace. I'm just curious if you have any fish in your pockets, though. You have an entire single coin. Thank you. We will use that to help pay the toll for the scrapper thug. Huh? What do you want? What is this place? What? You lost or something? It's a junkyard. Can I just go in? I'm not gonna stop you. Are you part of some organization? Yeah, I'm a scrapper. We run the depot, so if you're looking for some stuff, go check out the store there. Alright, man. Thank you. Yeah, move along. Now, this is where pickpocketing really shines, because scrappers have an oddity item on them that you can pickpocket off of them. Scrapper Insignia. Crudely crafted insignia worn by the members of Scrapper's organization of JunkYARD. We get 2 oddity points for this, and we can only study it once. This guy also has 8 Stygian coins, a health hypo, and an adrenaline shot. There are more scrappers than just this guy, so I'm going to take the adrenaline shot from him. Now, if I remember correctly, when I was here with Garrett so many moons ago, Everyone here was part of the Crowbar gang. Yep. It's like all the people here, all the commoners, most of them have crowbars and like a single Stygian coin. Yep, see? 3 Stygian coins and a crowbar. It's probably not the case, but I view it like the Axe Gang from, what was it, Shaolin Soccer? Hey, Scrapper Thug. I'm watching you, punk. That's good. Are you watching me pat you down? Because I'm totally doing that. And you also have... Oh, so he's got a better dagger than what we currently have. His dagger is level 7. But we're going to be getting a better dagger than this soon. A special dagger. So I'm not going to take that one. I think we will take this guy's Scrapper Insignia. There are several other named gangs. Hold on, let me back that up. There are several other named organizations which are not hostile to you in this game. Core City, for example, has 3 of them. And there's others as well. Most of these, if not all of these people, they're guards or militia, or whatever these soldiers, members of the organization, most of them will have some sort of symbol of their organization on them that is worth oddity points. I think each one in Core City can be... I think you can take them twice and they're each worth 2 points, or you can take them once and they're worth 3 points. And some others, like the Protectorate, who we'll meet here, you can take, they're worth 1 oddity experience, but you can take up to 3 of them to study. It's rather difficult, especially early on, if you want to kill every member of this organization that you encounter to get a handful of oddity experience points. So I find pickpocketing to be extremely useful this early on in the game, because it gives you these very precious extra oddity XP items, and you want as many of them as you can get as quickly as you can get them, because by Depot A, you really want to be level 10 before you step foot into Depot A, if you can. And we should be level 10 or just about level 10. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's we end Depot A at level 10 and we get into it at level 8. I don't think that's the case, though. Who the heck are you? I'm the guy. I'm the one who knocks. And the one who knocks on your pants legs, checking for your items. Like your adrenaline shots. You're looking for trouble? No, I'm just looking for pockets. Oh, this guy is hyper aware of us, but not hyper aware enough that we will take his adrenaline shot. By the way, I mentioned a little bit ago that by picking people's pockets, you are taking away their items. They won't be able to use them in combat. If we were to start a fight with the Scrapper Thugs, and I think like there is, well, I might lead you astray if I say what I was about to say. Let's just say that if we did pick a fight with these Scrappers, they wouldn't have their adrenaline shots any longer. So if you do plan on fighting people, and you think you can get up to them to pick their pockets first, it's a really wise idea to grab the things off of them that you don't think you want them to be using. We'll take the sticky coins off that guy. Hello, Abram. He just wheezes through his mask, refusing to converse with you. Kareem. A large man with a scruffy bush of a beard stands at the counter, smelling of foul food and booze. He speaks in a deep, rumbling voice, and you can't quite tell if he's in a bad mood or just bored. What can I get you, Jack? Merchants here only accept Stygian coins. How do I get some of those? Black eels at the docks are willing to exchange some currencies. At terrible rates, that is. Heard any good rumors? Maybe. Maybe not. He shrugs. Anything else I can help you with? Can you tell me a bit about JunkYARD? Maybe. Go on. It's on the tip of my tongue. Let's give him 10 Stygian coins. He nods. That'll do. Anyway, I heard something about that weasel Grover owing some money to Silas and not being able to repay. I figured Black Eels would be coming for him soon. So you better stay clear of him. Heard of a guy named Chester Royce? Yeah, he stops by occasionally. Bald guy. Scavenger. Kinda tall. Why? Do you know where I can find him? And did he come alone or with someone? Now that you've mentioned it, he did always come with another person. Except when he came in a day or so ago. He asked me if someone was looking for him. Someone called, Joshua. Joshua. That's the one. This is the first time I've seen him since. He asked me that, and he left. Didn't hang out for long. I think he went south afterwards. Can't be sure. Haven't seen him since. I see. Well, before I go, let's check out what's on the menu. He's not selling any whale fish I'm interested in. He is selling a lot of eel sandwiches. That is useful. I wouldn't mind having some more eel sandwiches. But they're also expensive. Let's see. 5x2, is that like 58 bucks? 47 bucks. Let's buy 2 more. I probably should buy 1 Rat Hound barbecue while I'm here too. Oh! I actually should buy a stuffed bat. We don't have any of that. Alright, thanks, Kareem. Oh, I don't think we're allowed back in the kitchens. Hey, Lemmy. Hey! Get the hell out of my kitchen! We're not in your kitchen! You get the hell out of your kitchen! You get out of your kitchen. Didn't come out quite right. Oh, okay, so this is a Black Eel member. And guess what? Black Eels also have insignias. Let's go ahead and take this off this person. 2 more body XP. Hello, Junkyard commoners. Don't mind if I do take your single Stygian coin off of you. Woo! How did I know? How did I know? When you play the game as much as I have, which has been like way too long. You just know. Yeah, everyone here has crowbars. I guess it makes sense, right? They probably are going through junk or helping people move it or access different bits of it. So a crowbar could be really useful to help you out with that stuff, I guess. Give you extra leverage. Let you apply the proper amount of torque. Am I saying the right words? I want to sound like I'm really intelligent. I was trying to back up my statement about crows are making sense somehow. And I think there's an audio item in here. There is. We get some Protectorate propaganda and some 9mm cases. Since the hand isn't red, no one minds if we open the door. Hey. The man greets you with a face as expressive as a rock wall. He glances at you, then speaks. I ain't in the mood to chat. Alright, never mind. Then you won't mind, or at least you won't protest. If we search your body, you don't have anything on you. You do have more Protectorate propaganda in here, though, sir. It's probably bad for you. It says right on it, Protectorate propaganda. You know it's trying to manipulate your opinion on the Protectorate with that name. Alright, let's say hello to all the merchants. Hello, Johan. Johan. Looking for some scrap? I got you covered. Would you happen to, by any chance, have an Armadillo-class drill rotator circuit board? I don't know, maybe? I don't have too much electronics right now, but take a look anyway. You might find it. But no refunds! It won't be my fault if you buy the wrong thing. Alright, let me take a look. Oh, hey, cool. He's buying our Cybeo carapace. Let's sell him that. And is he selling anything I'm interested in? He is selling quite a few modifications for different types of weaponry. But it's all very expensive and not useful to me at this moment. Yeah, we'll just vendor this for a handful of Stygian coins. However, he might have that drill rotator circuit board in his pockets. You have to have really big pockets, though, for that. I'll take your health hypo. Alright, hello, Kendrick. I've got some nice hunting gear if you want to take a look, stranger. And a bunch of other random stuff I scavenged. Would you happen to, by any chance, have an Armadillo-class drill rotator circuit board? I don't know what that is, son, but I'm pretty sure I don't have none of that. Any idea who might have some drill parts around here? Well, you could try the depot to the west, or maybe the docks. They're to the east. You'll find all sorts of junk there. You mentioned you're a hunter. What is there to hunt in the nearby caves? Rathounds and coppers. Wow, coppers? Rathounds and hoppers, mostly. Them beetles, too, but they taste terrible. I was really hungry once, and I had to eat a bit of it. The only part you can actually eat is the brain. First, when you take a bite, it ain't so bad, but then, as soon as you catch one of them thin blue veins where they burst and spill out, ugh, so bitter. I could taste it in my mouth for weeks. So what you got, old-timer? So he'll buy our lifting belt. He'll also buy our shock steel combat knife. We haven't used this yet. We will be engaging more bots. But I'll probably be shooting them, not stabbing them. I don't know if I want to sell this or not. Then let's not sell it. Oh, and the belt's worth most of his cash anyway, and I don't think he's going to sell anything else I'm interested in. He is not. And I don't see anything in his inventory that interests... Well, hold on. Oh, hold on. He's also selling other electrical daggers. This is good. It's going to be a chance to see how ours holds up. So... This is a shock serrated steel knife, and it's going to do 8 through 15 damage. Ours does 7 through 14. Also level 5. No, let's vendor this, and we'll take some more caltrops. And then we'll search his pockets. Maybe he too is hiding the drill bolt here. Oh, circuit board. Hello. He's got an electric knife right on him. Hello, Kendrick. We could sell him both of our electrical daggers now and get a good price off this electrical dagger, which does a tiny bit more damage. Oh, that's too funny. And we had to pay him back I think that's the exact amount of coins that we traded our lifting belt for. So we trade him a lifting belt, the dagger we had, his own dagger, and we get a slightly better electrical dagger. Oh, well, hold on a second. Hold on. I just realized maybe it's not so much better. Electrical-wise, it's a tiny bit better, with 1 more min and 1 more point of damage, and 1 more point of max damage to all targets nearby. Same amount of energy. Also possesses the same amount of energy. But this does 8 through 14 physical damage, and this one does 7 through 12. Oh, this is made from a different type of metal. Its critical chance is 10%, and critical damage bonus is 130. This also inflicts bleeding wounds, and this one does not. Okay. Well, if I'm fighting bots, they're not going to bleed. So you know what? I'm actually not interested in that. Sorry, Kendrick. Your knife goes to someplace else. Kimi? A young woman, thin as a rail, is replanting a prickly plant into a new pot. Her stare is directed towards the plant, but it seems like her attention is not. One careless move is followed by a swear. She grabs her punctured finger, frowning and swearing some more, and it's at this point that she notices you. Ah, I'm Kimmy. These shrooms are plants? What kinds of mushrooms and plants do you sell? Mine shrooms, lake poppies, that sort of thing. What about these things? The prickly ones. Cacti? Those are not for sale. I mean, they're for someone else. Should come for them soon, I think. Alright, well, let me see what you have to trade. And we have some mine shrooms. She's looking to only buy 3, but we have at least 3. Alright. How long have we been playing for, everyone? I'll be right back. I just want to check on the recording. All right, 50 minutes. Let's keep going for a bit longer. Let's see. So let's investigate this shop. We haven't been in it. First, actually, dumpster. What's in the dumpster? A bunch of garbage. We'll take it and see if anyone wants any of this stuff. And we'll leave it someplace else. And I plan to use this dumpster as a storage location for anything that I want to sell to these merchants. Keep your hands where I can see them. All right, no problem. We'll put them directly on you. And we get... Hey, and we do get 14 Stygian coins. We have just enough pickpocket to take them from them. Hello, Len. Hey, welcome to my little shop, stranger. Looking for some weapons or armor? Really creepy, by the way, that you're walking around calling people by their first names. Because you haven't talked to any of us yet. You a psychic or something? No, just Tim's role-playing it wrong. Would you happen by any chance to have an Armadillo class drill rotator circuit board? Nope. I mostly just sell weapons. You should hit Depot A. Or, sorry, you should hit the depot or the docks for that stuff. Oh, what's the depot? Oh, it's just to the west, Jack. Look for a slacker called Gort. He might have what you need. Alright, show me what you got. And he's buying all sorts of stuff. Okay, so he's buying, in particular, 4 firearms today. So we'll sell him... That's probably worth repairing, if I'm being honest. Let's see. Fully repaired, fully repaired, fully repaired. Not worth repairing. Okay, so what is he selling? He's selling a bunch of shotgun stuff. Bullets. I guess we might find the blueprint for bullets. I don't know if I want to buy that. Did we learn how to build a pistol? I think we did. Okay, so as long as I'm here, let's look at the armor that he's selling. Oh my god, that's 11,000 value. Do I have that down here? 8, 9, no. It's not terrible though. 19.6 mechanical. And that would... Well, we have our own... We have this leather armor, which is almost just as good as this one, so I don't think we need that. Let's see what else he's selling. Some metal armor, riot armor. Riot armor's not bad, to be perfectly honest, but no, we'll skip it. 57% armor penalty on that. We're not even interested in that. This is the only thing that interests me from all the things that he possesses, this insulated vest. But I don't know. I think we can get lucky and find some better armor than that. We can probably just make do with our cave hopper leather overcoat at the moment. Oh, I don't know. Can we sell this to him? We can. Okay, maybe we will buy this from him. It's worth a decent amount when we resell it later on anyway. And in fact, looks like we can sell all of these guns and just barely have to pay some cash for this. So let's take off our clothes. We'll put on this so we're not buck naked standing in front of him. This is probably the wrong move, if I'm being quite honest with you guys. Because this is just slightly better than the armor we're currently wearing. But you know what? This has an armor penalty and this does not. So we would also gain our invasion bonus. We would lose the heat reduction. We lose the electricity reduction. We take a little more damage from bullets, but not too much more. We also are not immune to burning anymore, but we gain back our evasion and we don't lose any movement points. Yeah, we'll take the insulated vest. Got to pay 5 charons all told for it. That's not so bad. We'll probably find some better armor right away now. I went ahead and bought this. Alright, so we're going to leave most of this other stuff here. Let's see. Both shotguns are fully repaired. Let's just... Oh, what the heck am I doing? Stop. Put that there. Put these into the garbage can. Okay, everything else comes with me to a different vendor. Actually, is there anything else he's buying that I have? Let's see really quick. Nothing that I'm willing to sell. And what weapons is he selling? Anything really good? A level 9, 7.62 hammer, but there's no laser sight on it. I'm not really interested in it. And nothing else. Okay. Then oh, hold on. He's selling a pneumatic tungsten steel glove, level 8, powered. Every 4th hit deals an additional 210% damage and incapacitates the target for up to 3 seconds. Cost 10 energy. Oh, interesting. Huh. Wouldn't mind having this, but $19,000. We can't afford that at this moment. That also occurs to me. With enough electronics and mechanics, we'll be able to make our own pneumatic gloves. I think we'll probably do that, actually. I've not made pneumatic gloves before. I've made power fists, like things which do electrical damage, but I've never made a pneumatic glove. Alright, the rest of this... actually, we don't need mushroom. Okay, let's head up this way. Hello, Tugs. We're here to take your stuff. Oh, we can actually enter that building, it looks like, or maybe we make the attempt. Take your coins. They're pretty friendly thugs. They're all hypnotized by the glowing flames. Must be like a... probably symbolizes something. Like how captivating it is to live here despite all the danger. And they're all in agreement about it, which is why none of them are talking to each other. Locked. Need 80... wait, lockpicking 85. There's no way we're getting through that. Now, this is where stealth could have come in handy, because I think there's some odd items in these locations. But notice that our hand goes red, like when we hover over this. So we're not allowed to open that door and be seen, or that's trouble for us. Thank you, sir, for the adrenaline shot. Oh, right. Vince. Vince is the leader of a small gang, not associated with the Scrappers or the Black Eels, but they're going to ask for a toll for us to go through there. They'll get used to the smell eventually. It's a very small toll. I think it's like 5 Stygian coins. Might be 15, which is very low. That's easily paid. However, we could kill him and his gang, and then never have to pay them. But we're playing oddity mode, and I know that none of them have any, at least I don't think they have any oddities on them if we decide we want to fight him and his gang. Oh, there's a shiv in here. Oh, that's interesting. It got recolored. The shiv used to be, its name used to be in blue, which meant there's something really special about this weapon. In particular, this weapon goes straight through any energy shields that the enemy has, and it only costs 7 action points to swing it, which is not so bad. But I have other ideas for Decker, so we're not going to use a shiv. Because we've got the agility of 7, we can take advantage of this icon here to use our agility to leap over the fence. So we don't have to pay his toll at all. Hello, Geezer Ford. You come up to an old fisherman wearing an old jacket and rubber boots. This simply clothed man watches his rod with great focus and pays no attention to you. Leave him alone. So he's part of a quest, he gives you a quest to go fishing throughout Underrail. And when you complete that quest, I think he teaches you a feat, which makes it so that when you go fishing, you can never fail to reel in something that bites your rod. That sounded like it's something nasty to say out loud. Fish will not escape you if you are fishing. I don't know if it gives you any oddity experience points, though, and it can be quite annoying to fish up all the fish that he wants. Let's get the quest anyway. Greetings, old man. The man silences you with a swift gesture of his hand, for his prey is about to bite. The float disappears under the surface, and the rod bends downward. The fisherman grasps it tightly, yanking the rod as if he was expecting to pull a sunken ferry out of the depths. Soon enough, a small, light bluish eel flies through the air and ends its journey in the man's raw-boned hand. Disappointed, he unhooks the fish with a single motion and gently releases it back into the water, in which it happily disappears. One of the two men standing nearby begins laughing, but immediately stops before his and the old fisherman's stares meet, instead shifting to his view to his own rather steady float. The old geezer then resets the rod and takes a few steps back. Wow. The old geezer then resets the rod, and his few steps back and forth reveal a limp in his left leg. Then he turns to you. Who the hell are you? Why'd you let it back in the water? He turns his left ear to the side of his head towards you and leans closer, mouth wide open. Didn't catch that. Could you speak up? I said hi there. Could I ask you a couple of questions? What the hell, son? You didn't have to wreck my ears. What questions? About fishing. He takes a look at his motionless float. Water ain't good right now. I suppose I could spare a few minutes. Let's talk then. Yeah. What's your name? Geezer Ford. What the folks around here call me. But for you, I'm Mr. Ford. Got it, Mr. Ford. I'm Decker. He nods. Where'd you get that limp? That ain't a fishing-related question. It is if you got it while you were fishing. Ah. Gotcha. But it ain't due to no fishing. My one leg is shorter. I was born that way. There you go, son. You got that one. How's the water here? In general, I mean. Well, it might seem stupid to someone looking from afar. Like, what in the hell's goddamn railroad are these slackers doing by that muddy puddle? But listen. There's an underwater tunnel connecting to the whole system of caves which are filled with eels. He looks towards the tent and points to the man standing by the barrel. See that ugly yo-yo there? His name's Hopper Jim. Quaker at heart. Centipedes, spiders, all kinds of bugs scare the living ooze out of him. But man, can he fish like a spawn of siphoner. He caught a 50-kilo eel right here. Is this one of those fishing stories? No, it was 50 kilos. I saw it on my wife's grave. Now, it wasn't a regular old blue eel. It was a red behemoth with a yellow stripe on its side. I'd never seen anything like it before. Now that's a catch. And I, being the best fisherman in whole Underrail, South Underrail definitely, ain't gonna let someone like Hopper Jim outdo me. What's your record? It ain't about the weight, if that's what you're thinking. It's about the principle. I've caught bigger fish, 60, 70 kilos, no problem. Hell, I was doing ferry tours before Jim was even filling his diapers. I caught the largest slackjaw core city's ever seen. I caught more walking fishes than he caught fleas biting onto his skin. He caught a 50-kilo red eel in this pool right here. That means I gotta catch something better and bigger and rub it in his nose. If not a red eel, then something else. That's what it's all about, son. That's what it's all about. What happened to the red eel? He leans forward, mouth open. What'd you say? I said, what happened to the red eel Hopper Jim caught? Oh, he sold it to one of the northerner wimps. United Stations feller. He weighed less than that eel. Don't know how much he got for it. Pastor wouldn't tell. I think it'd be hanging on some wall right now, as far as I heard. So you think you're the best fisherman in Underrail? Yeah. He squints at you with one of his eyes, while the other one sharpens up. Something bothering you, son? Well, Hopper Jim seems to be a better fisherman than you. What? Hopper Jim ain't a better fisherman than Geezer Ford, you little hopper son of a rail. What do you know, huh? Because you sure sound like you think you're some big shot. Yeah, talking to me, Geezer Ford, like that. You don't think you're better than me, huh? Better? No. Good to see you're full of it. That I am. Good enough. Alright. Alright. Prove it. Prove it, son. What do you want me to do to prove it? He turns silent as his mind retreats to envision an appropriate challenge. Eventually, it emerges with one. I bet you couldn't even do the southern tour. I could. His suspicious eyes begin to burn you. Do you even know what a southern tour is? Yeah. You ain't nothing if you've never done a southern tour, son. Southern tour is when you fish for one of each kind in South Underrail. Now, we ain't talking about one-of-a-kind stuff, like them red eels and stuff, but more like common species. That don't mean it's gonna be easy. Now, I ain't gonna ask you to fish exactly every kind of fish there is. That take too long. I ain't gonna wait a year for a sorry excuse of a fisherman such as yourself to fish them all out. But you couldn't bring me back one of these types. And then he lists like 14 different types of fish. If you're good enough to do that, if you're even remotely a decent fisherman, then I'm gonna reveal one of my fishing tricks, one I've never told anyone. Anyone. I bet you I can catch them all. Then do it. Then do it. But if you lose, you gotta go around JunkYARD and say, Mr. Ford is the best fisherman in the whole South Underworld, while I blow harder than 2 pufferfishes mating. Deal. Deal. Now you better hurry up unless you want me to die of old age. Go. Goodbye, Mr. Ford. Alright, let's see if he's got any of these fish on him. He drove his own fish and said we caught it. He does not. He's part of the Crowbar gang. Okay. How about you, Mr. JunkYARD Commoner? So, you don't actually have to fish the fish. You just have to show him the fish. So, you can buy the fish from different merchants, for example. Here, sometimes Kareem will sell special types of fish. Or at least the fish that Geezer Ford wants. The same is true for other locations. Check the various diners, especially ones near water. Cave Harthor is another one that occasionally sells special fish. It used to be that I think the ghost face was the hardest fish to find, but recently that has not been the case, and it looks like Hopper Jim sold that fish for 51 Stygian coins, which he was then good enough to pay us. Thank you, Hopper Jim. I do feel bad about that as well, but whatever. We took pickpocketing. We're gonna use it. Hello, Scrapper Thug. Pike off. We will. Right after we're done searching your pockets for any of them pikes. They're both worth the same amount. A health hypo has a value of 120. 4 Stygian coins has a value of 120. We will take the Stygian coins. Hello, Fick. Oh, nope. I keep saying people's names before I begin talking to them. This doctor's suit is covered with dried blood and other foul stains, its smell matching its appearance. As you come near, he slowly turns to you, inspecting your body for wounds with wild eyes, which seem as if they're about to pop out of their sockets. Contrary to his stare, his voice is slow and steady. Feeling pain? I can fix you. This guy reminds me of the doctor from the Borderlands series. I have no clue if it's a nod to that doctor. I forget his name actually as well. What's behind the fence? United Stations Embassy. Hence all these folks in front of it. Oh, why are they outside of it? United Stations are helping the JunkYARDers in need. They're giving out food and clothes. Food. That certainly bought their affection. Quite cheap though, but them folks got next to nothing, so it makes sense. You don't like the United Stations. Never said that. They also benefit from their generosity. But what I said is true. Them guys ain't stupid. They ain't. Can I ask you a few questions about JunkYARD? Ha! No. Why not? I know where it's headed. Fair enough. I want to purchase some medical supplies. Alright, so he'll buy organs. So that's why I kept these things. We'll sell him the large intestines and the heart, and we'll sell him one of these. And is he selling anything I'm interested in? Let's see. He's selling antidotes. Could be useful to get some more, but I don't really need them this early. Oh, you know what? He is buying 5 medicine, so I'm going to actually vendor him 5 of these. And then I think that's enough to get a morphine shot. It is not. Morphine is very expensive. I don't want to spend money. Is it enough to get me 2 antidotes? It is. Can I get a 3rd antidote? I cannot. Okay, so 2 it is, and we also get 6 more Stygian coins. He's got nothing else on him that I'm interested in. Oh, he's selling a catalyzing belt. Interesting. Oh, hey, yeah. So there was a change in the patch as well to the Vigorous belt. This used to increase your health by 30 and decrease your agility by 2. Now it also increases your fortitude by 15. Fortitude, I believe, is the stat. We'll go double check because I've been doing lots of explaining. Fortitude is the stat. We can't see it here. We can see it here, though. Which I believe lets you resist different types of incapacitation effects, like stuns or being flashbang. Let's see if I'm right. Increases the chance to resist some negative status effects such as, stun and incapacitation caused by direct physical trauma. Also increases poison resistance. Right, I think this is also something that they've tweaked in the game. They've made it now so that a good fortitude number reduces the damage you take from poisons. I don't think it ever did anything to poisons originally. Hey, Teresa. Oh, we're gonna search your pocket. I think you have a power core on you. And you do. We'll take that. And your 3 coins. I think all she gives us normally is a tongue lashing. 4 Stygian coins. Hello, Junkyard Commoner. I'm taking all your single coins. You can keep your crossbars, your crowbars. Hello, Second Lieutenant Garen. Again, you walk up and say hello to someone before you even have met them. Halt, citizen. This is a restricted area. What is this place? This is an Unreal Protectorate outpost. It also houses the United States Embassy. What is the Protectorate? We are the most powerful military organization in Underrail, and our primary objective is the preservation of humanity as a whole and protection of the civilized world. Our jurisdiction extends to the whole of United Stations, all Biocorp facilities and outposts regardless of the location, and all vital Underrail infrastructure. What are the United Stations? It's a confederacy of stations some ways to the north of here. It's the future of the Underrail, and we hope to integrate all the station states and other communities into it. Someday, even this place might be part of it. Can I see the ambassador? Do you have business with the ambassador? Is he expecting you? Yes, he's expecting me. And you are? Decker of Southgate Station. We were expecting you. You may enter the embassy. He unlocks a gate behind him. Thank you. Before we go in there, though, we're going to check your pockets for dangerous contraband that the Protectorate might be sticking into this place. So, Garen is one of the first people we're seeing that has a keycard on him. We can take that keycard, and then we could unlock this gate if we wanted to. Although then I think immediately both these guys would turn and begin firing at me. If he ever locks this gate in the future, this would also give us access to it. It may also unlock more than just this. So let's take the key. Oh, we could also take his bullets, though. If we ever plan to fight the Protectorate, that would make sure that he doesn't have them. Finally, he's got a pair of level 13 boots on him, but we're not good enough at pickpocketing to take them. Why don't we simply not touch the equipment in his inventory at this moment? Most of the people who work for the Protectorate will have those dog tags on them. Oh, but not this guy. But I am going to take their standard rounds from him. Sounded like a gun turret arming or something. Halt! Before you can meet the ambassador, you must unready your weapon, grenades, and any other dangerous devices, and put them in your backpack. If you reach for any of these during your stay on the embassy grounds, you will be neutralized. When you enter the courtyard behind me, take the first double door to the right. The ambassador is expecting you. Do not interfere with any operations inside the base. So, to walk inside the embassy, you must unequip all items from your hands. You must unequip all items from your hot slots, your utility slots. Let's search the guard, see what he has on him. 9mm standard rounds, and 50 of them to boot. We'll take those bullets. You can tell the Protectorate are the good guys, because they have this red and black flag. Totally not evil whatsoever. Keep your weapons out of reach while staying in the embassy. Yes, sir. Like your armor, by the way. It matches mine perfectly. We'll go ahead and... Oh, I cannot take his dog tags, though. Let's take these rounds. I hope I didn't make a mistake and take things from people where I could have taken their dog tags, and now I can't take all the dog tags I want. So... we'll take his dog tags. 2 thin metal plates with seemingly random letters and numbers etched into them. Supposedly, they can tell you a lot about the wearer if you knew how to decode them. It's worth 1 oddity point, and we can take up to 3 of them. The young deputy politely addresses you. Go right in. The ambassador is ready to meet you. What can you tell me about him? Only the very best. Ambassador Athanas is one hard-working, intelligent man who is sincerely devoted to promoting and realizing the idea of unification here in South Underrail. It is a slow and time-consuming process, but the United Stations are getting more and more support, thankfully. Now, the door to the ambassador's office may always be open, but that doesn't mean he's not a busy man, especially now. Please keep that in mind when going into his office. Thank you. Thank you. I will. Before we go in, I know you had something to deliver to him, so, you know, we'll take... Oh, you don't. Oh, you already delivered it. Okay, very good. Hello, Protectorate soldier. I'm sure the ambassador doesn't mind if I search you for your dog tags, which we will totally take. Hello, Ambassador Athanas. Again! Again! Have I always been doing this? I gotta break myself of this habit. You enter the office to see a short, thin man already standing behind his desk to greet you. Neatly dressed, neatly shaved, smooth-faced, and scar-free, and in possession of straight white teeth. This man is a northerner. He greets you with a polite voice. Welcome to the United Stations Embassy, Mr. Decker. We've been expecting you. Varus sent you these trading documents. We give him the documents. Very good, very good. Usually I would allow this sort of information to be wired, but we have reason to believe that the network going through JunkYARD might have been compromised. You never know who might be listening and what they can do with even harmless trading agreement info. Just so you know, as a representative of Southgate Station, you are free to move around most of the embassy premises. You can also use our elevator to South Railroad Outpost. It's out of order at the moment because of the earthquake, but we're working on fixing it. Who do you suspect has hacked the JunkYARD network? We're not sure yet, but there's an ongoing investigation. Until further notice, I ask that any sensitive information coming from Southgate Station and our other trading partners in the South be delivered physically. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of this soon, so that the communication can continue as before. Alright, Ambassador. Thank you. Take care. Take care, Mr. Decker. Feel free to come back anytime if there is something you wish to discuss. Everyone, I don't know who Decker should actually join. I think it makes sense for us to join the Free Drones, or not join either organization. But to be quite honest, since we're playing on Oddity mode, we should absolutely join one of them, the Protectorate or Free Drones, because there's more Oddity points waiting for us by completing the quests therein. And it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for us to leave that on the table. We really should do those quests. Now, I wonder something, everyone. Give me a second here. This is for future reference. I want to see... I mean, we've got, like, almost no stealth. But if I was to stealth here and walk up to the door, does this guy see me? I don't really care about his friend. Okay. So he does not. So, okay. We'll be back. Actually, you want to do this right now? Yeah. Yeah. Let's do this right now. And then we'll wrap up the session. Okay, so Oh, wait, hold, stop. Stop! Okay, we don't want to go this way, because we'll have to talk with the thugs. So, let's check this junk pile first. Which has nothing in it. Oh, actually, there's more people here we want to talk to. There's at least one more person here. So let's go talk to this other person. Lots of fishing rods all over the place. Oh, you know what? That makes sense, though, doesn't it, Tim? Because this is how people are getting enough food to eat during the day. Especially when you're busy stealing their their 1 or 2 stinking coins in their pockets, which must be all the money they possess. You wouldn't keep it in your tent for fear of someone going in and just taking it. Hello, Junkyard Commoner. You're here for your pockets as well. And it's this guy we want to talk to, Colmere. You see an elderly, dried-up man eating some raw mushrooms, taking them one by one from his palm until it is completely empty of everything but a thick layer of hardened skin. He stares at you, still chewing through the last mushroom, and after swallowing it, he speaks. Hey, stranger. I can see you're not from around here. Might you, by any chance, be interested in a little business proposition? What'd you have in mind, old-timer? He beckons you closer. I didn't always live in a tent, you know. I used to live in the residential area to the east. Really, I did. I lived in a comfy house on the east side. Yeah. But one day, I couldn't pay protection money to the eels anymore, so they kicked me out. Heartless bastards. However, I'm not going to waste your time with my sob story, no. The important bit is that I know a secret way back into my old home. And I also know that its current occupant has quite a bit of coins lying around there. So you'll tell me how to get in there in exchange for a cut of the profits? What, you think I'm thick? I'd have no way of making you give me any of that money after the job is done. The only thing I want is for you to get my lucky knife. It's gotta be lying around somewhere in there. The knife won't be much of a use to you, since it's not a particularly good knife for combat. But it's of sentimental value to me. Do you dig? What do you say? We got a deal? Deal. Now tell me how to get in there. Great. So about getting in. Obviously, you can try the front door if you think you can hack the lock. But it's also being watched by the eels. The smart thing to do would be to go to the docks and look for a small shack north of the berths. He nods. The rocks between the shack and the cave wall can actually be dislodged there without breaking a sweat. You look skinny enough to squeeze through. I'm not saying you're a squeezer, mind you, just that you're thin enough, that's all. That'll give you access to a tunnel that will lead you straight into the mushroom garden of my old house. I discovered that passage one day and found a sticking rat hound messing up my shrooms. Never got around to sealing it off. Speaking of that, there still might be rat hounds in there, so tread carefully. Alright, I'm off. First we'll search him. See what he's got on him. 3 Stygian coins, and he can keep those. He can keep those because if we return the knife to him, I'm pretty sure we can pick it off his body if our pickpocketing is high enough. But I'm probably not going to return the knife to him right away. That's the knife I've mentioned once or twice now about how we're going to get a better knife soon, and that is it. I think it's better than our current knife, speaking of which, we should put our weapons back on. I think it's better than our current knife. And it has 1 or 2 special features about it that our current knife doesn't have. A young, slender, tall redhead stands before you. She addresses you with a rather thick accent. I see you ain't from around here, Slick. I'm Catherine, and I run this little shop. You here looking for some electronics, maybe? Oh, I am. Would you by any chance have an Armadillo-class drill rotator circuit board? No drill parts, sorry. Ain't got nothing of the kind. Good luck finding it, though. That junk's old. I've only ever seen one. Yeah, one armadillo. That thing was stripped down to the bone. All the way to the bone, Slick. Thanks. I think I'm going to need it. Any other hints where I should look? Well, I mean, you can try the bigger junk merchants at the docks and the Depot B. If that fails, there might be one somewhere in Depot A, but it ain't worth risking your neck. What's so bad about Depot A? Rabid mutated dogs, for starters. That much I know myself. Granted, I've never been too far in, but those who have and returned in one piece claim there's also rogue turrets, minefields, and even mutated folks in there. All sorts of freaking dangerous stuff. If you really want to check it out for yourself, you're going to have to convince the scrappers to let you in, because the entrance to Depot A is, well, is from within their base. Alright, thanks, Catherine. Before I leave, there's something else I wanted to ask you. Shoot. Show me what you have. Alright, do we have anything that she's buying? We have the power cores. Let's sell the better one, because we can't even do anything with it. And she is also not selling an electric shock discharger, so we still can't make a taser. Do I want to cheat? No, we won't do it yet. But if I don't have that if no one's selling an electric shock discharger by the time I get to Depot A, I will totally activate the cheat engine and we'll keep fishing through merchant inventories until we get one. Because I would like to make a taser before we step in there. That was the entire reason I put 30 points into electronics for taser making. So, alright, anyway, let's sell this plasma core. For a decent amount of cash, we get 84 bucks. Actually, is there anything else I'm interested in that she's selling? She is selling that. I do want the repair kit knowledge. Alright, so let's take this. Actually, do I want power cells? I suppose we do want at least one fusion cell. Maybe we'll take 3 others. Okay, not bad. So for this power core we got off Teresa, we get 27 bucks, 3 small cells, 1 fusion cell, and 1 blueprint about how to make repair kits. Oh, and while we're here, we may as well search them for other stuff. Maybe one of them has a shock discharger in their pockets. I don't think they do. Oh, 5 fusion cells. That's totally worth the pickpocketing. Shouldn't have bought those batteries. Okay, let's go around Vince and his thugs. Back over the gate. And yeah, let's do that and see if anything special happens. Psst. Hey, Jack. I hear there's someone at the bar wanting to talk to you. Oh, thanks for the heads up. No problem, Jack. Alright, well, let's head to the bar and see who wants to talk to us. It's almost like I played this game before. Alright. So I don't see anyone new standing here. Maybe it's Kareem? What can I get for you, Jack? Okay, so it's not him. Maybe it's this Abraham fellow. The man wheezes heavily through the mask, his eyes drowsy. He is resting one of his arms on the counter while occasionally breaking off pieces of bread from his plate with the other and putting them in various pockets of his overcoat. Last time I did this, I had a cough. I don't have that cough this time, so I'm not going to even attempt to wheeze like him. The air here is corrupt in more ways than one. You are Decker of the Southgate Station. Is that correct? That is correct. I'm Abram, and I have a business proposition for you. My sources tell me you have recently visited the embassy of our Union friends. I wish to purchase information that you might have acquired during this visit. This information does not pertain to the purpose of your visit, so this talk will not challenge your loyalty to your own station, if you foster any. Are you interested? How much will you pay me? That depends on the quality of the information you provide. Alright, agreed. Ask your questions. He nods slowly. How many men are guarding the entrance to the embassy courtyard once you get past the gate? If so, in this instance, perception is telling us this is the answer. So we want this one. 1, and there was another in an adjacent room. Were you allowed to enter the courtyard? Yes. How many guards did you see there? 2 or 3. Were there any guards in the embassy offices? Yes, at least 1. Did you see or hear any dogs anywhere on the embassy grounds? No, I saw no dogs. Any turrets? Yes, 2 at the entrance. Just one more question. Are you allowed to go back to the embassy? Yes. That is all I needed to know. Kareem will give you your money. There is also a way for you to earn more. If you are interested, come to me again. We can talk further. Kareem? I've got something for you, Jack. He reaches under the counter and produces a pouch of Stygian coins. This can buy you a couple meal sandwiches. Let's actually do so. We earned 250 Stygian coins. That's actually pretty darn good. Let's pick up some of that. And while we're here, let's buy a mini head as well. Alright, Abram. You want to earn more money? If so, I have another business proposition for you. Tell me what you have in mind. I need to deliver a present to our friends in the Union Embassy. But it's a surprise, so they mustn't know about it. I fear if I was to deliver this present myself, I wouldn't be allowed to leave anytime soon. What is this present you want me to deliver? It is a little pet, very lovable. Likes to hang out in ventilation ducts, actually. You must place it there without anyone noticing. Do you think you would be able to do this? What's the pay? It's 500 charons. So what do you say? You up for it? I'm in. Excellent. He slowly reaches into one of his overcoat pockets with both of his hands and removes something. He holds it between his palms and brings it closer to his mask. You are not sure what it is, but you can make out small insect-like legs protruding from the sides. He holds it there as if speaking to it, but no sound comes from either of them. He reaches over and grabs your arm with one hand and lets the creature grapple onto you. You can now clearly see it's a tiny red? Where on earth is that coming from? You can now clearly see it is a tiny burrower spawn. Abram's long bony fingers and the creature's tiny legs both feel equally disgusting on your arms. There is barely time for panic, though. The creature quickly skitters over your arm and torso until it finds a suitable pocket in your clothes to hide in. Remember, you must release it near a ventilation shaft. It will find its way onwards from there. He lets go of your arm. So, there's several ways to go about completing this quest. Having stealth is very helpful. Hacking, I think, is what you need to get into the door we're about to try, is even more helpful with a little bit of stealth, which is what you're going to see me do. Probably, I'm going to do this the easiest way, or at least what I think is the easiest way. You can also use persuasion if you have the persuasion skill and have a certain level of it to complete this quest. And even if you don't have any of the above, it might be possible for you to do this quest later on instead of doing it right now. Later on, you will be finding armors or pieces of gear which have plus to your stealth score. I think you need roughly like around an 80 stealth, might be a little less than that, but if you can get that much stealth, even if you don't have interloper, you might be able to reach a ventilation shaft and release the burrower spawn just in front of it, just before being noticed. It's tough. I would definitely quick save before you make the attempt, but it should be doable, I think. Oh, we want our guns and what have you off of us. I think I've only forgotten to take off all of our weapons and second utility slots, I think 3 times total of all my times playing through the game. If you still have that stuff equipped, the moment you walk here, combat begins. Everyone is interested in killing you at that point. So I should be able to stealth. we'll still get in trouble for opening it. So we'll just, stand here patiently, calmly, inconspicuously. And we'll wait for that guard to turn around. Wait for him to leave. Two Stygian coins and a bandage. Hello. Combat gloves blueprint. Nice. Very nice. Okay. So I think we can release the burrow spawn here if we want to. If we're near a ventilation shaft. We can also go into it. So, why not go in? I'm waiting for the day, like, Stig adds a camera inside one of these. that wasn't there previously. Which catches you. The Protectorate seem like the type of people who would actually have cameras inside their ventilation shafts. Lots of vent shafts around here. None of which we're interested in leaving. We're getting... I think the moment we leave a vent shaft from, like, this area, combat would start if anyone sees me. The same thing even being in here. If there was someone in here, I think rat hounds are the only things... No, that's not true. There's like one or two other things which can be in vent shafts. But combat would begin. Mushroom salad, +1 perception. Some canned stew. 122 Stygian coins. Very nice. Alright, little burrower spawn. It's some sort of cybernetically modified burrower spawn. It seems docile and quite content where it is. You release the little bugger and it skitters away to the darkness. Alright, everyone. Now for a really tricky part. We have to actually get out of this room. Which can be tough because we're not supposed to be in it. And we don't really have any stealth level. We have 0 stealth. Oh no. We have absolutely no stealth. Okay. This may be really bad. We'll hope it all just works for us. Okay, nope. That's a reload. Okay, yep, that's 100% a reload. See, this is one of the reasons why Iron Man just doesn't work with me. No way. No way. So, I think now we're safe. Okay. There we go. Woo, woo. I forgot that we have no stealth whatsoever on our character. Even though we have a decent agility and no armor penalty, we're not wearing anything that gives us any stealth. So we got absolutely no... Anyone who sees where we're standing will notice us in stealth mode. They just have to be close enough. And I think it's an immediate red eyeball. Alright, so that wasn't so bad in the end. But I suppose we'll count that as our first death, because technically that's what that was. Now, we got a Hammerhead Fish. Let's go ahead and tell Geezer Ford about this. And then we'll call the session, everyone. We'll turn in Abrams' quest in the next episode. You again. About that fishing challenge. Yeah? I still need to see you catch all those fish. I caught a mini-head. He leans forward, mouth open. Huh? Then he looks at the mini-head. Oh. Oh, good. Got that one, I see. You still got more to catch. I still need to see all these other fish. Got it. Try not to drown. Alright, everyone. And that will do it for us. Thank you guys for watching. When we come back, we will complete the Abrams quest. And then we'll, well, explore more of JunkYARD. I'll see you guys then. Take care, everyone.